What's up, everyone? Anthony Mongello from the Bulls and Apes Project. I wanted to thank everybody for the incredible support we have around the project. It has been amazing. We have notable names in the space that are talking about us. We have incredible engagement in the community. Thank you to all the community members. And I'm very, very excited to announce that based on this momentum, we are very confident that we're going to get to a sellout on Whitelist. Absolutely amazing. And thank you so much. Now, we also want to accommodate feedback that we've been receiving from the community, and we want to be able to react to some of the things that are going on in the space. So with that, there are 4 reasons why we're going to be pushing our mint date. And I'll get to those 4 reasons in a minute. But I want to stress safety. And I want to stress that there's going to be a lot of scams out there. We will announce our mint live. We'll do videos. We'll be on Twitter Spaces. You will know when we're minting. So please don't fall for the scams. Please don't click on links that are outside of our official links channel. You've got to hear from the founders. We're always out there for you. We're sending out videos. We're on Twitter Spaces. You will hear from us when we're minting. Please don't fall victim to a scam. Okay, so let me get to the mint and why we're pushing it. There's 4 main reasons. Number 1 is smart contract safety. Number 2 is quality of art. Number 3 is tokenomics. And number 4 is the momentum that you see building now. So let's go through number 1 first. So number 1 is smart contract safety. We've been putting an incredible amount of time into our smart contract. The smart contract, and we're working with JDM Labs, top-notch tech firm. We feel very confident on what we're going to be able to deliver. But that needs to be audited. We need to make sure that we're taking into account. There's been a couple of projects or contracts that have been out there, and we've seen them in the space where there's been some issues. And so the team's taking that back, working through the weekends, making sure that we're leaving no stone unturned and that we're very, very confident that our contract is going to be safe, it's going to be secure, it's going to protect you, it's going to protect us, it's going to do everything that we want a smart contract to do. But we also want to make sure it's audited. And so we want to get it fully audited and make sure that that's in place. And all of this takes a little bit of time, and it's taken a little bit more time than we originally expected. The second is on quality of art. The art is absolutely unbelievable. And we've also seen that there have been projects that have really cool sneak peeks, but then when it comes to reveal, there's a lot of disappointment. And so we've been putting a lot of time into quality assurance. In addition to that, a couple of our artists, a couple of the members on our art team are in the Ukraine. And so they've been negatively impacted. Their productivity has been negatively impacted by the war in Ukraine. So our hearts go out to the people of Ukraine, and it's been amazing that they've still been able to be productive while in that kind of environment. Addition to that, one of the co-founders, Manny Coates, Neo, he's the head of art, and he got COVID, and the COVID symptoms have impacted productivity as well. I mean, he's still putting in massive amount of hours, and he's working with the art team around the clock. The art team has been working double shifts. But again, all of this takes time. And I'll give you one example. You've seen the sneak peeks. Some of our bulls have fur. Some of them have tighter bodies, like the gold bull, for instance. As we're going through the Q&A, you're looking at different traits, and different traits are sitting differently on different bulls. And so we're double checking, triple checking, and we have hundreds of traits to go through. And so we're doing that quality assurance on each one to make sure that there are 0 disappointments when it comes to reveal. We want everybody to be excited about their bulls. And so we're putting in the extra time to make sure that all of the art is as top-notch as we expect it to be. The third is on tokenomics. So even as much thought that we put into tokenomics, there's been a lot of questions around the gamification. Everyone's asking great questions. They're trying to figure out the best strategy around it. And we discovered a loophole. And this loophole was brought to our attention on Friday. And with that loophole, it was going to put a significant disadvantage to our smaller holders. So we're working on making an adjustment on the gamification. We want it to be as fair as possible so that everybody in the community has a fair shot at getting one of the special teams or one of the special God Bulls. So we'll be announcing a little bit of tweaks around the gamification later this week. But that was just another thing that's come up that we want to respond to and make sure that we're doing the best for the community. And the fourth is momentum. I think you could all see it. The momentum is building around the project. It has been absolutely fantastic. And we're getting a lot of feedback from people that are saying, hey, we're just hearing about this. And other people that we're trying to get engaged are just hearing about it. And it usually takes a little bit for people to come around and sign up. And so we want to We want to make sure that it's available for as many people as possible. We don't want people to be too late to the game. Now, that's not the primary reason. The first three are the most important ones. We want to make sure that there's safety and that we have the community's interest in mind. But we also want to be accepting of new people that are hearing about the project. So the flip side of that is our whitelist right now, as it stands, if everybody showed up on the whitelist, we'd have a sellout. But as we know, not everybody shows up. Some people just forget about it. Some people move on to something else. Some people don't have the ETH in their wallet to be able to buy what they wanted to buy. So there's lots of reasons why people don't show up. And it's the reason why projects often over allocate their whitelist, because they want to make sure they still get to a sellout. So for us, we want to continue accepting newcomers into the whitelist, but we want to be super fair to our early adopters. And so we're creating a 2-tier process. Tier 1 is going to get a head start before tier 2. And then tier 2 will get a head start before public. And so everybody from this point forward that joins the whitelist is going to be part of tier 2. And we'll have a checking mechanism on our website. The website will be published shortly. You'll be able to go in, connect your wallet. You'll be able to see where you are on the whitelist, what tier you're in. So that'll all be fully transparent for everybody to see. So super excited about that momentum building. We know that we're just going to build it more, especially now with a little bit of a delay. We're going to do another mega space. There's going to be a lot going on. So when is the date? When's the new mint date? We want to announce a date that we are absolutely certain that we're going to be able to hit. And we can't announce that date with certainty until we clear up a couple of unknowns. Now, we can pick a date far out in the future, a date that we're sure that we're going to hit, but we want to deliver the mint as early as possible to you. We want you to get your bulls, and we want to deliver your bulls. And so for us, we want to make sure that's as soon as possible, but something that we're certain about. And until we clear up those couple of unknowns, we're really not going to be able to be certain of the date that we're going to hit. And we don't want it to be too far in the future. Now, it'll be some point in May, and we want it to be as early as possible in May. But first, we got to get some more clarity on those unknowns. So what are those unknowns? Number one, we want to have that initial audit done on the smart contract. Like, what if something big is found and we got to make major changes? That could take some time and then get it re-audited. So we want to make sure that we have at least the initial review of the contract done. And then the second one is there's a significant handoff between art and tech around the metadata. And we want to have an initial review of the metadata, but the metadata needs to be there after the art is done. So some of the delays to the art lead to a delay of the metadata. And that's a significant handoff that we want to make sure that is in place before we announce the date. So as soon as we get those two unknowns, some clarity around those, we'll announce a date. We want that date to be as soon as possible. And so that's the reason why we're not announcing a date right now. Last item, I'm going to be hosting an AMA in Discord tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. So 6 p.m. Eastern, join us in Discord. Any questions you have, we're an open book. I'll be there to answer the questions as best as I could with all of the information that I have. So once again, I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support. I know that you're disappointed. We're disappointed, but please, please, please understand that we have your best interest in mind, and we always will have your best interest in mind. We want it to be safe. We want it to be high quality, and that is what we're going to deliver. Thank you all. Talk to you soon.